Understand that?
I think it's important they go back to their primary habitat. It's cool that we get to experience while we're here visiting too.
Beautiful creatures. Our thanks to Derek Ward for that report.
Hopefully they have a nice, safe flight and that 12-hour voyage on there, too. No problems with them boarding their plane. Unlike what they're talking about in the Today Show this morning, United Airlines kicking off a new approach to speed up the boarding process in their economy class. The Today Show takes a look at this controversial move, which essentially is going to let people in economy board first if they have a window seat, right, to speed things along. I'm all for it.
Me too. How many times do you get on a plane and you're like, that's my seat, and then everybody has to get up and shuffle over.
Get up,
exactly.
And then you're waiting there in the back, and like, well, let's move it along.
Long overdue.
Like we're moving along. Have a good one. See you tomorrow.
Glasgow, thank you for watching WNKY NBC 40.
Inside the octagon, no one fights like me. But outside, no one fights for the people like Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm.
Morgan & Morgan, the official law partner of UFC. Fighting is in our DNA.
Grab some lunch and make an impact. Join WNKY News 40 for Food Truck Fridays every week at Tidball's parking lot. This week features Big Al's Chicken. To benefit CASA of South Central Kentucky, see the full lineup at WNKY.com.
Football Frenzy is in the home stretch.
And there's still plenty of action.
Be sure to tune in to WNKY News 40 at 10 for Football Frenzy.
Greenwood looks for their first win against Bowling Green,
while Warren East heads to Logan County for a battle against the Cougars.
You won't want to miss it.
Saturdays are for football. WNKY 40 is your college football headquarters. Watch games all day on WNKY CBS 40 and NBC 40.
Good Thursday morning, News 40 meteorologist Darius Mack tracking another day with pleasantly warm temperatures, but I am going to be tracking a shift in the pattern, and that shift will bring some big changes our way. I'll tell you more about those changes in your full forecast. News 40 Sunrise starts right now.
Today on News 40 Sunrise, respiratory diseases like RSV are starting to increase this time of year. We'll see what doctors have that can help you protect your baby. Plus, a tragedy has struck Lewiston, Maine, and a gunman has killed or injured up to 60 people. We'll find out what the details are and what local law enforcement is doing to try and find their suspect. Then, we'll find out who is haunting the halls of the former fraternity homes on WKU and why they still might be residing there in this week's Throwback Thursday. News 40 Sunrise starts right now. Good morning, and thank you for joining us here on News 40 Sunrise. I'm Tommy Modesto. Let's start off with our top story. At least 20 people are dead and dozens of others are injured in a multiple mass shooting event in Lewiston, Maine. Starting on Wednesday night, officials say they are investigating an active shooting scene at least 2 different locations, a bar and grill restaurant and the second one being a bowling alley. Law enforcement officials say 50 to 60 people have been injured, although it is unclear how many people have been injured due to gunfire. Police have released pictures of this gunman who is still at large. These are the photos on your screen of the suspect. Residents in Lewiston are being asked to shelter in place and businesses are being encouraged to lock down while the shooting is still under investigation and the shooter is still on the loose. We will have more on this later in the show. And in the final gubernatorial debate before the general election in 2 weeks, Democratic Governor Andy Beshear and Republican Attorney General and candidate for Governor Daniel Cameron clash over tax policies. They sharpened their closing pitches in Louisville during the Tuesday night debate. Beshear called for a cautious approach to phasing out the state individual income tax that he says is needed to guarantee revenues stay sufficient for supporting education, public safety, and health care. Cameron has vowed to preside over eliminating the individual income tax if elected.
At the end of the day, I'm going to eliminate Kentucky's income tax, and I'm going to do it in a thoughtful and responsible manner. But you will never hear Andy Beshear. You can ask him right now. Will he eliminate Kentucky's income tax? He will never say yes to that.
Would you speed up the time frame?
I'll do it in a thoughtful manner, along with the members of our legislature, to make sure that we eliminate Kentucky's income tax.
My opponent says that things cost too much with inflation. Well, what he's going to do is increase sales tax on everything and then apply it to groceries and medicine. Otherwise, he's going to gut public safety, he's going to gut health care, and he's going to gut public education. You simply can't afford the investments in those with his plan.
The general election is Tuesday, November 7th, with early in-person voting beginning next Thursday on November 2nd until Saturday, November 4th in Warren County. You can also check your local county clerk's offices for location and voting times. And some exciting buzz around Franklin and Simpson County. A new way for family and friends to hang out just off of Exit 2 on I-65. The State Tourism Department awarded a grant to the project that is expected to bring a large entertainment development to the community. The Dine and Play Social House plans to offer bowling, mini golf, axe throwing, and much more. And speaking to a city official, it should be a great addition to this community.
This project, as you said, this project will be something for locals to enjoy. It will provide more opportunities for locals, but by the same token, it will present the draw that I was talking about from other areas, not just Tennessee, but of course north and south of us.
County officials say, though this is in its preliminary stages, this would be a great thing to see come to fruition in Simpson County. And now as we look at your top stories, I'm now going to send it over to meteorologist Darius Mack for a check of your forecast. Darius?
Thanks, Tommy. Temperatures this morning mild once again. We're starting off with numbers right around 60 degrees out there. 56 the current reading in Bowling Green right now. 60 degrees into Scottsville, 59 in Franklin. And yeah, it's another mild start to the day. We got those winds that still continue to flow in from the south. It's moving around an area of high pressure that's pretty much essentially been in control of our world of weather over the last few days. It's been keeping our weather pretty dry, so we've been tracking a decent dry stretch this week, but I am going to be tracking some changes to our world of weather that will arrive, especially as we go later throughout this week. And that's all going to be associated with this wave of energy that is across, say, the Rockies and there towards the northern plains area. We're also going to be watching for rain chances that will be arriving into the day for at least your Friday. Your commuter forecast today, though, we're staying pretty dry. Temperatures right around the upper 70s. Weather on the 4th is brought to you by Deborah Rose at Tony's Salon.
WNKY News 40, broadcasting live from the German American Bank studio in downtown Bowling Green.
Summer skies, they warm up everything. Then fall comes around, and you know it's getting near. Christmas is my favorite time. Experience so much Christmas the way Santa does.
What would Daniel Cameron's Medicaid plan mean for my patients?
He's threatening to take away health care coverage from over 95,000 Kentuckians.
It's very scary that people are not going to have health coverage.
People will not be able to see their doctors. People will not be able to buy medicines.
Many rural hospitals will end up closing their doors.
Cameron is still following his pal, Matt Bevin.
I don't know why you do that.
I don't think Daniel Cameron understands what Kentuckians are going through.
And that is not acceptable for a governor.
The nursing home was supposed to keep your loved ones safe, no exceptions. Even in extreme circumstances, the basic standards must be met, no excuses. Bed sores, broken bones, malnutrition, and dehydration are just some of the warning signs of a nursing home that's not doing what they're supposed to do. If you suspect your loved one is the victim of nursing home neglect, get Hughes and Coleman and get it done. Call 800-800-4600. The safety of your loved one is all that matters.
Join the WNKY News 40 weather team. Visit WNKY.com to become a weather watcher.
It's time to tighten up, South Central Kentucky.
WNKY is your official home for the Tennessee Titans.
Watch our games plus the Coach Mike Vrabel Show and Titans All Access.
Only on WNKY News 40 because local matters.
WNKY News 40 is always on at WNKY.com.
There are new weapons this year in the fight against RSV, but healthy infants over 6 months of age may miss out on this new protection. And today's Living Well News 40's Morgan Hoover has more on a warning about limited supplies of some doses of what the new shot and what parents need to know.
It's the leading cause of hospitalization for infants. RSV can lead to serious lung infections, even death.
The really jump for joy news is that this year we have
not one, but 2 products that can potentially prevent it.
But this week, the CDC is advising there are limited supplies of some doses of nirsevimab, which can protect infants against severe RSV. In new guidance, the agency is recommending doctors reserve scarce doses for babies at high risk, those under 6 months of age, and infants with underlying health conditions that could put them at a higher risk.
The shortage thing was not something we anticipated because we had been assured there would be plenty of supply.
The CDC also recommends doctors stop using nirsevimab for babies 8 through 19 months of age, who are eligible for an older protective therapy called palivizumab. It has to be given once a month through RSV season, unlike the new shot, which provides 6 months of protection after a single dose. Dr. Sean O'Leary with the American Academy of Pediatrics says there's also a maternal vaccine that can help protect against the virus.
It looks to be very safe and effective, that can be given at 32 to 36 weeks gestation. And we're not hearing about particular shortages of that one.
O'Leary says the limited supply issues will hopefully be short term.
For this year, it is a bit of a scramble and it's a challenge. And honestly, it's a bit frustrating, but we're doing our best.
For WNKY News 40, I'm Morgan Hoover.
A study released by the FDA found that flu and COVID-19 vaccines may slightly increase the risk of stroke in seniors caused by blood clots in the brain. In particular, when the 2 shots were administered at the same time, FDA researchers analyzed data from Medicare claims and found that the increase happened in adults who are 85 and up. This is the second study to find that COVID-19 and flu shots given together put seniors at a higher risk for stroke. There are 3 cases for every 100,000 doses given. The high-dose flu vaccine, which is designed to rev up the immune system, was found to be the culprit in these results. And coming up next on News 40 Sunrise, another mass shooting, this time in Lewiston, Maine. We'll see what authorities are saying they are searching for as they look for their suspect.
Plus, I'm tracking changes to our world of weather. I'll show you when those changes arrive in your News 40 Weather Authority full forecast.
The $250,000 mega draw is here at the Mint Gaming Hall Bowling Green. Win by matching just one number and match all 6 for $250,000 cash. Drawing Saturdays in October every hour from 5 to 8 p.m. Only at the Mint Gaming Hall Bowling Green.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. If you or anyone in your family has been injured in a car accident, call us now, as the time to file a claim may be limited. Last year, more clients hired Morgan & Morgan than ever before. Protecting America. Fighting for you. Morgan & Morgan.
Nice. DraftKings Sportsbook is live in Kentucky. You'll be so dialed into every play that you forget to eat your wings. You made my wings cold, DraftKings. Flailing your arms like you can disrupt the free throw. Miss, fool! And a home run will have you crying like it's the birth of your child. I'm so happy.
DraftKings Sportsbook is live in Kentucky. New customers, download the app now and bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Because life's more fun when you're in on the action. The crown is yours.
Yeah.
As Kentucky families struggled, Joe Biden brags.
Bidenomics is working.
Andy Beshear agrees. Beshear backed Biden's disastrous economic policies. Now he's endorsing Biden for re-election.
This president delivered.
For Andy Beshear, he did, giving $250,000 to fund his agenda.
I want to thank the president.
Beshear's with Biden. Trump backs Daniel Cameron. If you stand with Trump, vote Cameron for governor. Club for Growth Action is responsible for the content of this ad.
Join the WNKY News 40 weather team. Visit WNKY.com to become a weather watcher.
The $250,000 mega draw is here at the Mint Gaming Hall Bowling Green. Win by matching just one number and match all 6 for $250,000 cash. Drawing Saturdays in October every hour from 5 to 8 p.m. Only at the Mint Gaming Hall Bowling Green.
A manhunt is underway in Maine for a person of interest in a number of shootings. Multiple law enforcement officials confirm that at least 20 people have been killed, although that number could be higher, and dozens more have been injured. Laura Hafali has the latest from Lewiston as the community grapples with this unspeakable tragedy.
Following multiple shootings in Lewiston, Maine, police all over the state are searching for this man,
40-year-old Robert Card, who has been described as a person of interest.
Card is considered armed and dangerous. If people see him, they should not approach Card or make contact with him in any way.
Authorities say anyone who sees Card or has any information about the shootings should call 911 immediately. Police were seen searching a parking garage after a vehicle of interest was found minutes away in Lisbon, Maine.
We have an active shooter. We have multiple injuries.
Local authorities say the shooting began just before 7 p.m. at 2 locations, a restaurant and a bowling alley. Central Maine Medical Center said on its website that staff were reacting to a mass casualty, mass shooter event and were coordinating with area hospitals to take in patients.
This is an overwhelming situation. I don't think we've ever had anything like this.
According to a Maine law enforcement bulletin seen by CBS News, Card is a trained firearms instructor believed to be in the Army Reserve, and he has reported mental health issues. A reunification center has been set up at a middle school in the neighboring community of Auburn.
There's a significant amount of shock going on with people that were actually witnesses.
The FBI says it's assisting with the investigation, though Maine State Police will continue to take the lead.
We continue to track pleasantly warm temperatures out there, especially for this time of year into late October. We're going through the final full week of October with just temperatures that are well above normal. And yesterday was pretty nice with temperatures deep into the 70s. Today we're expecting another fantastic day with temperatures approaching the middle and upper 70s this afternoon. We're going to be throwing some clouds in the mix as well, though. As far as radar is concerned, it's another dry and quiet day out there. We have high pressure that is in control, so that's been keeping us dry for the most part. It's this dome of high pressure that's really been blocking those rain chances. But I want to focus towards, say, the Rockies there, and also just across the upper Midwest. This is going to be the wave of energy that is going to be bringing us changes to our world of weather as we go in store for the weekend. And I do mean some big changes that will be on the way. So we've been under this ridge pattern. It's been keeping us dry. But what we have is showers and storms that will be riding along this ridge pattern. As this ridge starts to kind of pull back, you're going to notice those rain chances will start to increase from west to east, and then cooler air to follow, and I mean sharply cooler air to follow, working into next week. We track temperatures right now generally into the middle 50s and upper 50s out there, right around 60 degrees. It's 60 in Russellville, 60 in Scottsville. Dew points currently into the 50s. We still got that dry air in place. Winds certainly light and calm out there, and they are flowing in from the south and east. Rain chances with those temperatures. We'll have those rain chances, especially on Friday, Saturday, maybe a shower or two as possible on Friday, and then we're going to be watching for those rain chances through the weekend. I think our best rain chance will be between Sunday and Monday as that cold front drops through. Here's Futurecast as we go throughout the day. We'll have those clouds that will be increasing, but despite those clouds, temperatures still warming up nicely by this afternoon. Temperatures will remain pretty mild overnight, staying somewhere into the 60s. Eventually, I think by Friday morning, we'll see some upper 50s out there in some locations. But notice by Friday morning, we're already watching as that ridge starts to pull back. We're going to be watching for those rain chances that will eventually increase as we go throughout the day for your Friday. It's not looking like a total washout, but we'll have those chances around, especially around the Western Kentucky Parkway tomorrow. We'll have those chances lingering for some showers and storms for your Saturday, and this will really essentially continue through the weekend. Not looking, again, like a total washout on those days, but we'll have those rain chances, and then cooler temperatures drop in into next week. It's looking bone chilly on Halloween with morning time temperatures into the 30s, so a frost and freeze concern could be there into early next week as well. Hey, we're back with more News 40 Sunrise after the break.
Bed sores, broken bones, malnutrition, and dehydration are just some of the warning signs of a nursing home that's not doing what they're supposed to do. If you suspect your loved one is the victim of nursing home neglect, call 800-800-4600.
Football Frenzy is back in South Central Kentucky. WNKY News 40 is your home for high school football. The most schools, the most highlights, the most coverage. Catch Football Frenzy Friday nights at 10 on WNKY News 40.
Superior dentistry comes standard at Chandler Park Dental Care. We're dedicated to providing you and your family with the highest standard of care. Give us a call to set up an appointment today and experience superior dentistry at Chandler Park Dental Care.
Looking to shop for a cause? Or to donate to a local nonprofit store? Visit the Habitat Restore of Bowling Green, located at the corner of 8th and Center across from the Bowling Green Ballpark. Call or visit our website today to learn more.
The UPS store on Scottsville Road supports small businesses from start to finish to marketing projects of all sizes. We can help grow your small business. Call us today to discuss your printing needs. The UPS store on Scottsville Road, your local printing solution.
Now with Spectrum, you can get your favorite shows, sports, and streaming content in one place. Introducing Xumo Streambox. Now it's easier than ever to search across live TV, on demand, and the most popular streaming apps to find exactly what you want to watch. It's streaming simplified. Get a free Xumo Streambox when you add Spectrum TV today.
The competition is on.
This is nerve-wracking.
Do you have what it takes for Jeopardy?
Weeknights at 6 on NBC 40.
The nursing home made you an important promise. They promised to be a good home for your loved one and to provide professional care in a safe environment. Now the nursing home has broken that promise and you're left searching for answers. Get Hughes & Coleman and get it done.
The United Auto Workers and Ford have reached a tentative deal 6 weeks into the auto workers' strike against the big three U.S. car companies. The tentative agreement must be voted on and approved by Ford's more than 50,000 UAW employees. It includes a 25% wage increase over 4 years and better retirement benefits. The other two automakers, General Motors and Stellantis, said in statements that they are also continuing to work towards tentative agreements with the union. This week, Apple is raising the subscription price for Apple TV Plus and other services. Apple TV Plus subscribers will now pay $9.99 a month, $3 more than the previous price. This is the second price hike for Apple TV Plus since its launch in 2019. And while some people hate haunted houses this time of year, a new survey from Zillow found that nearly 70% of prospective home buyers would purchase a haunted house if its features checked all their boxes. In fact, nearly 30% of buyers said they would be more likely to buy a house if it were haunted. That's your CBS News Money Watch report. For more, log on to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Jared Hill.
We all create food waste, but it has a devastating effect on our planet. The Environmental Protection Agency says uneaten food is the most common material filling landfills and incinerators and is enough to feed more than 4 times the people who are food insecure in our country. Meg Oliver introduces us to a group who is tackling the food waste problem, bringing fresh produce from the farm to those in need.
Under the baking sun, dozens of people work their way through fields in New York's Hudson Valley.
Did you already search all the way over here?
They aren't trained farmers.
3 of the really small leaves.
Instead, volunteers bringing an ancient practice back to life.
So what are you gleaning today?
We are gleaning several kinds of greens, kale, collards, chard.
Gleaning is the process of collecting leftover food and donating it to people in need. It dates back centuries, but has seen a resurgence in recent years, with nearly 300 organizations spearheading the effort across the U.S.
There's just so much need for nourishing food in the hunger relief system.
Martha Elder leads the way every Monday during harvest season, overseeing volunteers from the nonprofit Second Chance Foods. They pick and wash hundreds of pounds of produce to serve more than 300 families in the area.
On an emotional level, knowing that you're helping feed so many people, what's that like?
Yeah, I sit down to dinner at night with my family, and I appreciate knowing that other people are eating because of the efforts of our organization.
Nationwide, almost a quarter of Americans struggle with food insecurity, yet 1/3 of the food supply is wasted each year. That's more than 130 billion pounds thrown away in grocery stores, restaurants, homes, and even farms.
Everything we send out of our kitchen we would want to feel proud serving in our own homes to our own guests.
Kitchen volunteers combine collected crops with grocery donations to create more than 1,300 healthy dishes.
People with children, veterans, senior citizens, just so many of our neighbors really struggle with especially nourishing food.
One of those neighbors is 96-year-old Bob Buttiglione. The World War II veteran lives on a fixed income and relies on Second Chance Foods meals distributed from his church.
What does that weekly meal mean to you?
Oh, it means everything. This way I don't have to go out every day to buy my food.
Today's forecast features sunny, and Sunny says it's not so sunny today, but it is going to be warm. We're going to be seeing some clouds that will work their way in as we go later throughout the day. It's a mild start to the morning with temperatures right around 60 degrees, and we check out those numbers generally into the upper 50s, some middle 50s out there, and also some 60s. It's 58 there into Simpson County, 60 degrees in Russellville, Munfordville this hour at 63, as well as into Metcalfe County. And winds are flowing in from the south and east. It's a light and calm wind to start the morning. Radar dry and quiet. We've still under the influence of this area of high pressure, so that's been blocking any rain chances. It's been keeping those rain chances pretty much around us. You can kind of see how that dome is outlined here with all of the rain just kind of west and north of us. But what's going to happen is this dome is going to start to work its way further eastward, and then we're going to be watching for those rain chances increasing for us by the latter part of the week. Temperatures today abundantly warm despite those clouds that will be increasing as we go throughout the day. Don't go anywhere. News 40 Sunrise continues after this.
Some people think that fighting like a girl means to give up easily. They haven't met this fighter yet, or any of the female injury lawyers at Morgan & Morgan.
Morgan & Morgan, the official law firm partner of UFC. Fighting is in our DNA.
Just rockin' and rollin', baby.
Come back tomorrow.
We got you all fixed up. Got it all fixed up for you, man.
Let there be light, ma'am.
Looks like she finally called JB.
I'm attorney Deborah Brose. I am committed to my clients across South Central Kentucky. But don't just take it from me. If you've suffered a personal injury, I can help. Call our office today for a free consultation.
Summer skies, they warm up everything. Then fall comes around, and you know it's getting near. Christmas is my favorite time.
Experience so much Christmas the way Santa does.
You've been in a bad car wreck. You're hurt. You need a lawyer, but how do you pay for the help you need? First, let us travel to you. Let us pay for your accident report, records, and bills. Let us get you good medical treatment. Let us take care of you. Get the money you deserve, and we'll only get paid from your settlement. I'm Flora Templeton Stewart.
Welcome back. You're watching News 40 Sunrise. I'm News 40 meteorologist Darius Mack, tracking another day with pleasantly warm temperatures, but clouds will roll in. Despite the clouds, it's still going to be pretty nice and warm, but changes drop in as we go later throughout the week. I'll tell you more about those changes in your News 40 Weather Authority full forecast. The time is about 6:27. Here's another look at top stories.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us here on News 40 Sunrise. I'm Tommy Modesto. Let's start off with our top story. At least 20 people are dead and dozens of others injured in multiple mass shootings across Maine. Starting on Wednesday night, officials say they are investigating active shooting scenes at least 2 different locations, a bar and grill restaurant and the second one being a bowling alley. Law enforcement officials say 50 to 60 people have been injured, although it is unclear how many have been injured due to gunfire. Police have released pictures of the gunman, who is still at large. These are the photos of that suspect, and residents in Lewiston, Maine Maine are being asked to shelter in place, and businesses are being encouraged to lock down while the shooting is still under investigation and the shooter still on the loose. And in the final gubernatorial debate before the general election in 2 weeks, Democratic Governor Andy Beshear and Republican Attorney General and candidate for Governor Daniel Cameron clash over tax policies. They sharpened their closing pitches in Louisville during the Tuesday night debate. Beshear called for a cautious approach to the phasing out of the state individual income tax that he says is needed to guarantee revenues stay sufficient for supporting education, public safety, and health care. Cameron has vowed to preside over eliminating the individual income tax if elected.
At the end of the day, I'm going to eliminate Kentucky's income tax, and I'm going to do it in a thoughtful and responsible manner. But you will never hear Andy Beshear. You can ask him right now. Will he eliminate Kentucky's income tax? He will never say yes to that.
Would you speed up the time frame?
I'll do it in a thoughtful manner, along with the members of our legislature, to make sure that we eliminate Kentucky's income tax.
My opponent says that things cost too much with inflation. Well, what he's going to do is increase sales tax on everything and then apply it to groceries and medicine. Otherwise, he's going to gut public safety, he's going to gut health care, and he's going to gut public education. You simply can't afford the investments in those with his plan.
The general election is Tuesday, November 7th, with early in-person voting beginning next Thursday on November 2nd until Saturday, November 4th in Warren County. You can also check your local county clerk's offices for location and voting times. And some exciting buzz around Franklin and Simpson County, a new way for family and friends to hang out just off of Exit 2 on I-65. The State Tourism Department awarded a grant to the project that is expected to bring a large entertainment development to the community. The Dine and Play Social House plans to offer bowling, mini golf, and axe throwing. Speaking to a city official, it should be a great addition to this community.
This project, as you said, this project will be something for locals to enjoy. It will provide more opportunities for locals, but by the same token, it will present the draw that I was talking about from other areas, not just Tennessee, but of course north and south of us.
County officials say, though this is in its preliminary stages, this would be a great thing to see come to fruition in Simpson County. And that was another look at your top stories. It's now time for your Pet of the Day.
It's time for Pet of the Day, brought to you by Morgantown Bank and Trust. Today I'm here with Frankie. Frankie is a year old. He's an outdoor dog, and he really likes to cuddle. If you would like to adopt Frankie, come down to Bowling Green, Warren County Humane Society.
Look at Frankie just wagging his tail there. He loves to be outdoors. You can tell he's energetic, full of energy, and just smiling, and also loves pets. Friendly guy as well. So help Frankie find a new forever home to go to, maybe a place where he can go run around in a
nice
large yard.
Big open field.
Nice big open
field. Big family with a nice big yard. Well, if you're looking for a new family member today, be sure to adopt Frankie today from the Bowling Green, Warren County Humane Society.
And coming up after the break, I'm going to help you plan out your day the News 40 way. Don't go anywhere.
Saturdays are for football. WNKY 40 is your college football headquarters. Watch games all day on WNKY, CBS 40, and NBC 40.
Bed sores, broken bones, malnutrition, and dehydration are just some of the warning signs of a nursing home that's not doing what they're supposed to do. If you suspect your loved one is the victim of nursing home neglect, call 800-800-4600.
Grab some lunch and make an impact. Join WNKY News 40 for Food Truck Fridays every week at Tidball's parking lot. This week features Big Al's Chicken. To benefit CASA of South Central Kentucky, see the full lineup at WNKY.com.
With FanDuel, every night is a watch party. When new customers bet $5 and get $200 back in bonus bets. Bet all the stars with all your friends and tell them that they get 3 months of NBA League Pass on us with any $5 bet. Only on FanDuel. New customers bet $5, get $200 back, plus NBA League Pass on us.
When you come in and open an account with us, you can choose to have a shelter pet card. Whenever you use that card and swipe it as a credit transaction, it triggers a donation back to the animal shelters. they're able to help the shelter in such an easy way. It's a way to help remotely, and you know that your money is going to be used well. It really means a lot to be a local bank now. We just try to give back in any way we can.
WNKY News 40 is always on at WNKY.com.
The nursing home made you an important promise. They promised to be a good home for your loved one and to provide professional care in a safe environment. Now the nursing home has broken that promise and you're left searching for answers. Get Hughes & Coleman and get it done.
Welcome back. It is 6:33. Quick check of your forecast outside. It's looking nice and feeling nice. It's on the mild side with those temperatures into the middle and upper 50s, right around 60 degrees. Allen County at 60 degrees. It's 61 degrees there into Barron County. Winds are flowing in from the south and east this morning. It's light and calm generally across the area. Radar is dry and quiet. That's all associated with the dome of high pressure that continues to be in control, and that's blocking out those rain chances for us. But we're going to notice this ridge pattern starting to break apart for us later this week, and what that will entail is, well, some changes to our world of weather. Meanwhile, today we are expecting clouds increasing, temperatures still warming up though pretty nicely. We are going to be to middle 70s by this afternoon, and then upper 70s, not far from 80 degrees. Now I'll show you those changes that drop in with your 7-day forecast, but for now I'll send it over to Mr. Tommy Modesto.
Thank you, Darius. It is now time for your Thursday edition of Sunrise Spotlight. And with me in studio today is Ryan Petit, here to tell us all about an upcoming bike rodeo at the Soki Marketplace. Good morning, Ryan. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How about you?
Not too bad. And you know what? It's that time of the season. Bike rodeos are happening all around. It's always Halloween.
Absolutely.
And you guys have a really fun one coming up. Tell me a little bit about it.
We've got a cool one. So we're actually doing a bike-in movie. You've got your drive-in movies. We're doing a bike-in movie. It'll be right after Scare on the Square this Saturday. So downtown, everybody's having fun doing their trunk or treat. We'll meet up at the Capitol at 6:15. Ride on over to Soki Marketplace, where on the outdoor amphitheater, on the screen on the side of the Skypack building, we will watch a movie. And we're not giving it away yet, but it is an iconic 80s movie featuring lots of bicycles.
Oh, right. I don't even know where to begin for that one.
Right.
I couldn't even guess. Wow. All right. Well, and this is like the perfect time, right after Scare on the Square, you said.
Perfect. Yep. Yeah. It'd be right after Scare on the Square. Kind of a nice fall weather. Hopefully everything works out for us, and we sit out there and enjoy a great movie on the lawn.
And I was a little confused. I had to ask this before, but what exactly is a bike rodeo?
So a bike rodeo is kind of how we set up. A lot of times we'll use chalk lines or cones and teach kids a lot about safety, educational information about how to ride a bicycle, the etiquette for riding a bike with motorists, things like that. So
this is a great opportunity for both kids and parents to really learn how to use a bike and the safety techniques that come with the bike.
And of course, helmets and lights are encouraged. It will be getting dark.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, again, where can people, where can they get this more information?
So you can find any information. We've got flyers up around town in print form and all over our social media. You can check. It's a collaboration with Warren County Parks and Rec. We got Soki Marketplace and Bike Walk BG.
I gotta tell you, I'm dying to know what this movie is. I'm like racking in my brain right now, 80s movies with bikes, and I'm not really hitting anything. So you guys must be hiding this.
We're doing it pretty well. I'll give you one important hint. Okay. There's no basement in the Alamo.
No basement in the Alamo. That does not help me at all. That does not help me at all. I guess I gotta really edge up on my 80s movies. But this is fantastic. This is a fantastic event. Hopefully you are all planning on coming out. It's right after Scare on the Square. Well, Ryan, thank you so much for joining me today.
Sure. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Well, that was a look at this morning's Sunrise Spotlight. When we return, Darius Mack will have another check of your forecast. Don't go anywhere.
J.C. Kirby and Son Funeral Chapels. When a person comes in and does their prearrangement, I can see it over the years that I've worked in this, how much it eases the family's minds. If you have 4 people, they have 4 different ideas of what they want. This settles that to where they say if that's what mom wanted, that's what dad wanted. You can see the relief on a lot of families' faces because all you do is say, what time do you want the funeral? What time do you want the visitation? And they can spend more time with their family members and friends in the grieving process. It just really takes a lot of burden off your family.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Nice. DraftKings Sportsbook is live in Kentucky. You'll be so dialed into every play that you forget to eat your wings. You made my wings cold, DraftKings. Flailing your arms like you can disrupt the free throw. Miss, fool! And a home run will have you crying like it's the birth of your child.
I'm so happy.
DraftKings Sportsbook is live in Kentucky. New customers, download the app now and bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Because life's more fun when you're in on the action. The crown is yours.
Yeah.
Join the WNKY News 40 weather team. Visit WNKY.com to become a weather watcher.
We're gonna get your power back.
We're gonna get these guys. This case is tough to prove.
That's okay. I'm not afraid of you.
My best friends from Syria, they need help. Sending money is dangerous, but I feel guilty every day.
Please don't do this. You're risking your citizenships.
Transplant, tonight on NBC and streaming on Peacock.
At Horizon Pace, I have one doctor, not 4 or 5. And if I need to talk to that doctor and he's not with another patient, he'll come and talk to me. Everything's going real good. I come off of about 19 pills down to 7 now, and I love it. I wouldn't do without it right now.
Horizon Pace is the face of your healthcare. Contact us for more information.
WNKY News 40 is always on at WNKY.com.
The amazing warm feel continues today. We're going to be tracking clouds, though, increasing, and that's going to be ahead of some changes that roll in later this week. But in the meantime, expect just another fantastic weather day across South Central Kentucky. News 40 meteorologist Darius Mack here with another full check of your forecast. It's dry and quiet on radar, and that's been the case all week. That's all been associated with this dome of high pressure. It's been blocking the rain chances, but what's going to happen later this week is we're going to watch that ridge pattern start to work its way out of here, and then it's going to throw in another wave of energy at us. That's going to be ushering in some cooler temperatures, but also some rain chances. This is all associated with this wave of low pressure essentially towards Colorado there, towards the plains. And also notice a lot of snow there across Montana, North Dakota there. They're dealing with several inches of snow, especially there into the mountains. Tracking the pattern, though, I did mention this ridge pattern that we do have. We've been locked under this for quite some time this week. It's been giving us a pretty decent dry stretch of weather. But what's going to happen is you're noticing those showers and storms riding along this ridge. As the ridge starts to work its way off towards the east, we're going to be watching for those rain chances increasing from west to east, and that will drop in, especially, say, by Friday, where we may see a shower or two possible. Temperatures right now into the 50s and 60s, or right around 60 degrees. Those dew points into the 50s. Still tracking that dry air in place. We'll have some moisture to work with today, mainly in the form of those clouds, so that will increase. Winds are flowing in from the south, and it's the southerly winds. It's going to keep temperatures, of course, on the warmer side for us. Temperatures, though, are going to be tracking downward. Notice the trend as we go for the weekend. We go from 70 on Sunday to upper 50s on Monday. And between Sunday and Monday, that's when I am expecting that cold front, and that's when we are going to be tracking our best rain chance out of the next several days for us. And then temperatures sharply cooler into next week. Here's Futurecast as we go throughout the day. Despite those clouds increasing, temperatures warming up quite nicely. We're going to be seeing those numbers deep into the 70s once again. As we go for your Thursday nighttime frame, temperatures remaining pretty mild with those clouds around, so that's going to insulate and keep things warm for us. But notice what happens into Friday as that ridge starts to, again, work its way out of here. We're going to notice those rain chances increasing. And so right along the Western Kentucky Parkway and places, especially further west, you're going to be having better chances for some scattered showers and perhaps maybe even a few rumbles of thunder on Friday. And then we're going to hold on to those chances as we go through the weekend. It's not going to be a total washout, but we'll have those chances around as we go through the weekend, and then those chances will drop into next week. But cooler temperatures drop in as well. Bone chilly for your Halloween. You got the skeleton there doing his little dance. Temperatures from the upper 50s Monday, lower 50s. Some areas may even struggle to make it into the 50s for highs on Halloween. But notice morning temperatures dipping down into the 30s. We could be talking about frost and freeze concerns for the season as we go into early next week as well. And temperatures will actually trend below normal into next week. So we are really flipping the script as we head into next week. Now it's time to wish our friends happy birthday in today's Soki's Birthday Club.
Brewster's Real Ice Cream. Fresh flavors. Fresh desserts. Fresh fun. Brewster's. Fresh from farm to cone.
Home is more than a house. Wherever you are in your journey of homeownership, German American Bank is here to support you. Our team of dedicated mortgage loan professionals can help you with lending solutions featuring low or no down payment, assistance for closing costs and improvement projects, or even loans specifically for first-time home buyers. We're here to tell you, homeownership is achievable. German American Bank, member FDIC.
My dry eyes made me a burning, stinging 5 times a day.
Makeup smearing, drops user.
I want another option. That's not another drop.
Tyrvaya. It's not another drop. It's the first and only nasal spray for dry eye. Tyrvaya treats the signs and symptoms of dry eye disease fast by helping your body produce its own real tears. Common side effects include sneezing, cough, and throat and nose irritation.
Relying only on drops? Not me. My own real tears are my relief.
Ask your eye doctor about Tyrvaya.
You've been in a bad car wreck. You're hurt. You need a lawyer, but how do you pay for the help you need? First, let us travel to you. Let us pay for your accident report, records, and bills. Let us get you good medical treatment. Let us take care of you. Get the money you deserve, and we'll only get paid from your settlement. I'm Flora Templeton Stewart.
At WNKY News 40, we're always on. WNKY.com has the latest in breaking news, local headlines, weather forecasts, and sports highlights. WNKY News 40, because local matters.
Name an animal the wife doesn't mind her husband calling her.
Piggy.
Don't do that.
Family Feud. Weeknights at 5 and 6:30.
Welcome into sports. The South Warren Spartans are set to host the Logan County Cougars tonight. Cole Scott has more on our game of the week.
As the regular season comes to a close, a pair of 7-2 teams meet up with massive RPI implications on the line. Both the Spartans and the Cougars have their first playoff matches locked down, but for South Warren head coach Brandon Smith, his team is still looking to get into a groove.
Last week wasn't as sharp as we wanted to be, and you kind of want to get in the playoffs, hitting your stride there. And I don't know if we're there yet, so we really need this game to do that. It used to be week 10 was, whatever, I'm just trying to get to the playoffs, but with the RPI, that's not really the case now. So this game's got big consequences for us.
Logan County, on the other hand, has hit their stride, winning their last game over Warren East in convincing fashion. And head coach Todd Adler sees the matchup with the Spartans as an opportunity to grow.
It's a great test before you go into the playoffs each and every year. Coach Smith and his crew do an awesome job, of coaching their guys, getting their guys ready. And no matter win, lose, or draw, our goal from this game is to learn about ourselves and hopefully see some flaws and see some mistakes that we need to correct before we get into the playoffs.
Both squads have their respective pros and cons at this point in the season, but this week is the last chance to solidify and strengthen those areas.
And special teams, it's been a big flaw for us this year. Continue to get better special teams. Continue to get better in the tackling. We missed a lot of tackles. It's created a lot of big plays for other teams that we played.
The Spartans have been strong on both sides of the ball for most of the year, but the team is still lacking in one area.
I still think our physicality needs to step up, especially with our skill guys, offensively and defensively. I think the line, has been where, they need to be at this point. There's still some improvement, but our skill guys really got to come on and, and take it to a different level.
These two teams are set to face off Thursday night. But for now, reporting from Bowling Green, Cole Scott, WNKY News 40 Sports.
Thank you, Cole. With the Kentucky general election less than 2 weeks away, how are South Central Kentucky counties planning to operate their voting cycle this season? News 40 reporter Tucker Covey explains.
Although Edmonson and Warren counties are right beside one another, voting works slightly differently in both. For Warren, the precinct model was not as functional. Voters liked being able to go to any polling place to cast their ballots.
It's more convenient for our voters because, people are in town working or they're in various areas of the county. And when it was precinct level voting, with the size of county that we have, you had to plan your day around voting.
This newer way of voting does not necessarily make sense everywhere. In Edmonson County, where the population is much smaller, precinct voting still works best for their residents.
Their regular polling places worked fine before. And it seemed to work fine. We talked to people in different locations before we made that decision. After COVID, decided to leave it the way it was before. That's the reason that we did that.
Both clerks say their counties are ready to undertake the gubernatorial election, with training and machine maintenance completed. However, in Warren, a few more poll workers would sweeten the pot.
We actually have more people wanting to work early voting than Election Day. We're staffed for Election Day, but we would like to see a little larger alternate list in case people were to call in or something were to happen. We'd like to be able. So if anyone wants to work Election Day, we still have some trainings.
In South Central Kentucky, because local matters, Tucker Covey, WNKY News 40.
When we come back, we'll discover who is haunting the halls of the fraternity homes of WKU in this week's Throwback Thursday. Plus, Darius Mack has another check of your forecast. We'll be right back.
The Kentucky Museum at WKU is your museum, a place where Kentuckians come to know Kentucky. With free admission, the Kentucky Museum strives to inspire, elevate, and transform. Discover contemporary art, explore folk traditions, and learn about Kentucky's vast history. Get to know the Kentucky Museum Wednesday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. For more information, visit wku.edu/Kentucky Museum. Special thanks to Abound Credit Union for its promotional support.
Morgan & Morgan is not only America's largest injury law firm, we're also the only injury law firm in the world with lawyers licensed in all 50 states. With dedicated attorneys focused on personal injury, medical malpractice, insurance disputes, and many others, we have a 30-year track record of getting results for clients just like you. So wherever you are, whatever you need, our firm is ready to take your call. There's only one Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Prepare your child for a bright future by exploring fun at the Born Learning Trails. Each Born Learning Trail has a series of 10 interactive signs that offer fun and active learning activities for young children and their families.
Fly around and tweet, tweet.
United Way of Southern Kentucky invites you to explore a free trail near you today. Visit uwsk.org for a full list of park locations and to learn more. Happy trails!
The next generation of streaming is here. Introducing the new Xumo Stream Box from Spectrum. Now, you can watch your favorites, including live TV, on-demand movies and shows, and the most popular apps, all in one place. Find what you want, faster and easier than ever with our advanced search feature. It's streaming simplified. Get the new Xumo Stream Box free for 12 months when you add Spectrum TV. Visit spectrum.com/Xumo or a Spectrum store today.
It's time, y'all. It's a new season from my new home in NYC.
Weekdays at 3 on NBC 40.
Western Kentucky University is full of ghost stories, and the Alumni Center recently started offering ghost tours. News 40's Talia Butler tells us more about hauntings at WKU's Greek houses in this week's Throwback Thursday.
As we finish up this month of haunted or chilling Throwback Thursday stories, our final October tale is about Western Kentucky University ghosts. Thanks to Tamala Smith and the WKU Ghosts site for these unusual stories involving fraternity houses of campus past and present. The former Sigma Alpha Epsilon, or SAE, house that was on College Street is at the top of the list. These stories are corroborated in articles from the College Heights Herald student newspaper. They say the house was a Civil War hospital haunted by a ghost known only as Kevin, courtesy of a Ouija board experiment. Kevin was supposed to be a young soldier who died in the home and never left. They say he was seen in a long military coat and on the old dance floor. More from the old SAE house. They say some students were studying during finals week in the days before cell phones. The house's answering machine kept coming on without the phone having rung. When a student commented, the phone finally rang, but no one was at the other end. They say Kevin's favorite number is 7, as odd things like lights turning on and off, fans falling off shelves, and doors slamming always happen in room 7. A College Heights Herald article from 1981 tells stories about the Lambda Chi Alpha house on Chestnut Street. The Tudor-style home was built in the early 1900s. Brothers tell stories of a ghost that haunts using an old typewriter in an otherwise empty room, and another ghost that once started a fire in the old fireplace when no one else was awake. A young girl was allegedly killed at the home before the fraternity bought it, and her figure has been seen on the lawn. In 1985, a young Delta Tau Delta named Bill died at the house in the middle of the night from a blood clot. The brothers say Bill's spirit never left and continues haunting his old room at the house. The Kappa Sigma men will say their own house has a presence, a cowboy named Jim. Another Ouija board discovery. Jim allegedly has his own daily routine of haunts in certain times and certain rooms. The WKU Alumni Association started offering ghost tours this fall. The tours visit other campus buildings with known paranormal activity and ties to the supernatural. Read Professor Linwood Montell's books. The retired professor of folk studies and anthropology used to take classes to stay the night inside Van Meter Hall. You don't want to be alone in there in the wee hours of the morning. Find out more about WKU ghosts and tours on the WKU site. That's it for this week, brought to you by Hart County Tourism and the Kentucky Museum. In Bowling Green, because local matters, Talia Butler, WNKY News 40.
It's 6:54. Weather on the force get you out the door. Brought to you by Deborah Bros Attorneys at Law. We're starting off this morning with less clouds out there, but you're going to notice cloudier conditions as we go throughout the day. It's a view from the WKU farm, courtesy of the Kentucky Mesonet site there. It's a beautiful start to the day. Temperatures into the 50s and right around 60 degrees out there. Winds light and calm in most locations. You got a 9-mile-an-hour breeze there into Simpson County, Allen County, a 4-mile-an-hour breeze. Radar dry and quiet, all associated with the area of high pressure that's been keeping us dry as we've been going throughout the week. But some changes drop in as we go, especially for the weekend. We plan out your day the News 40 way with your 12-hour planner. Temperatures into the 60s, 9 a.m. approaching the low 70s, though, mid to late morning, and then we are going to be deep into the 70s as we go throughout this afternoon. So notice as those clouds increase, temperatures still warming up nicely as we got those winds flowing in from the south. Now, we will have more of News 40 Sunrise, or at least the wrap-up of the show, right after this.
If you've been hurt in a wreck, we want to help.
By getting you as much money as we can, as quickly as we can.
By getting to know you and keeping you informed every step of the way.
And by dealing with the insurance companies and the paperwork and all of the other hassles that just add to your worries.
Call Crocker Law Firm.
It doesn't cost anything to see if we can help.
If you've been injured in a wreck, before you talk to an insurance company, call Crocker Law Firm.
We know you're going through a lot. Reaching out for help should be painless.
Is your search for a new home on hold because of high interest rates and high monthly payments? Jago Homes has your solution with a low 4.99 fixed interest rate and no energy bills for 2 years. You'll enjoy open, spacious living, and your family will be comfortable year-round with exclusive Energy Smart technology. Learn why a new Jago home is more affordable than you think at jagohomes.com. Because life is too precious to be put on hold.
My name's Al Fazalahi. Had a terrible T-bone accident. Gentleman blew a stop sign and broadsided me. Airbags went off. I got knocked around really badly. The first lawyer I called didn't return my call. And then I just said, well, you know what? I called Morgan & Morgan. They were in touch with me every step of the way, whether it was by phone call or by text message or Zoom meetings or emails. It made things extremely simple for me. That was a seamless process. It's so easy.
Hey, Western Kentucky, we look at the last Titans game, we preview the next Titans game. That's the Mike Vrabel Show on CBS 40.
Join the coach and the seat geek next.
Sunday mornings on WNKY CBS 40. Saturdays are for football. WNKY 40 is your college football headquarters. Watch games all day on WNKY CBS 40 and NBC 40. Edmonton, thank you for watching WNKY NBC 40.
Ooh, ghosts at WKU.
Ghostly.
Did you have any ghostly experiences at WKU?
No, not really.
I didn't either.
I don't think I have.
I did hear, while I was there, I did hear about one, people having experiences, and two, that there were things going on. Actually, I lived in McCormick Hall my sophomore year, and there was a story that an individual haunted the top floor of McCormick Hall where I lived because they had fallen down the elevator shaft back in like the 90s, I believe.
Oh my gosh, that's
awful. And they passed away, but it's just a rumor. I don't think something like that actually happened. At least I hope not. But yeah, I know it's all over the place. I think Alumni Hall is also haunted, and DSU might be haunted as well, I believe. So if you have had any experiences, please let us know, because I mean, it's terrifying.
That is something. Those are, you hear these stories, and then stories that you wouldn't even think would happen on.
I'll tell you what, that's the last thing I would want during finals week when I'm studying for finals. If a ghost comes up to me and I'm like studying for finals week, I might just pretend he's not even there. I might not even give him the time of day.
Give the time of day or the time of night.
Or the time of night. I know. And speaking of nighttime, I can't believe almost Halloween.
It is almost.
It's almost Halloween.
Yeah, and I'm just so excited about all of the candy and just, and it's like the beginning of just all of the holiday celebrations that are coming up. I mean, it starts here, and then it just keeps going
until the end of the year. But you did mention it might be a little cooler during Halloween, right?
I did. In fact, you can say that it is bone chilly, because it will be bone chilly morning on Halloween, and also by the afternoon, temperatures will probably even struggle to make it into the 50s out there as well. But notice by Tuesday morning, lows into the 30s. We could be talking about frost and freeze concerns, Tommy, by early Tuesday morning, and also by early into Wednesday morning as well. So yeah, we're going to be talking about some cold weather.
Some cold temperatures are coming our way. All right, well, thank you, Darius. And thank you all for joining us this morning. We'll see you right back here tomorrow at 6 a.m. But don't go anywhere. Your network news